All right, guys. So this video is one big giant clusterfuck. The second half of it got totally fucking muted. The third half of it, half of that part got muted. So I'm hoping this one isn't muted. If it isn't, you're gonna get a chopped up, bizarre fucking video that doesn't make sense and is out of place. Sorry, the program I use or the microphone I use chooses to work when they want to. It's unfortunate. Hey guys, what's going on? Let me put the comment replies over the fucking video so I ain't gotta see my old unshaven ass ugly mug. Alright, Shengal Thunder commented Entropy 2. He put a link to a video. I'll open that in another tab. Entropy 1, he put a link to a video. I'll open that in another tab. Day of Chaos, I'll open that in another tab. 3 videos, go check them out, guys. I usually like Shengal's opinions. Go and check him out, guys. Uh, I really wish he would just make some videos and just tell it how it's going, but that would be easier instead of having to read or. But she got helicopters wrote that was wild. Thanks for sharing, Chris. To my I linked that telepathy tapes podcast thing. I think that was pretty interesting too. What is life? 007 wrote, can't have pure love when we have the ability to lust and make bad or evil choices. Well, I don't even want pure love. I would rather be in a reality that was, that had love in it at all. I mean, saying that's incorrect because there is love in this reality at all, but it's like there isn't enough, and it's not done on a large enough scale where it makes a big difference. I forgot to thumbs up these ones. Primordial Primordialist in God mode wrote, too much pain. In this reality or in your daily experience, are you suffering from like a physical ailment? Are you saying just in the realm in general? If you're an empathetic human and you're saying that, maybe I kind of understand. I don't know why you're saying that. Too much pain. Where, why is it happening? Uh, Yearning for justice replied back to primordialist in God mode. The Jesus prayer goes like this: Lord, overpowered pervert, have mercy on me. What the fuck? I've never heard that prayer, but it might work. Yearning for justice commented, this universe hates me too. It turns people with substance into Manchurian candidates, for example. I got I get interfered plenty of times with my piano playing and emotions during it, so I can relate. The universe doesn't want genuine shit to come out. Oh, absolutely. It's okay. What example? I actually thought of an example while I was reading this. What did you say that triggered that? This universe it turns people into. Oh well, I know this is a silly thing to argue, but or no, I'm not. Actually, I'm not going to argue that. I might upset some people saying. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. Anyways, Lunar wrote at 24:57 had me rolling. You be spitting facts, Chris. Thank you, Lunar. I don't know what I said at that time, but that was my high level entities welcome video. Jen Cowan wrote, "Hey Chris, oh, dude, I figured it out too. Remember in my last comment reply video, I'm like, they fucking changed this shit, man. I used to have a comment tab, and now I got to go to each individual video. No, they changed the name from comments to community. I'm like, what is this tab? Click it, and then it's like, oh, those are my comments now. They just changed the name of the tab. I just overlooked it because I couldn't. My brain didn't pick up comments. Anyways, so Jen Cohn wrote, hey, Chris, I just watched the newest video of Tony Sayers interviewing Mike Martin. Please check it out. Peace, brother. I already checked it out. I'm subscribed to both of them. I like Mike and I like Tony. Race Imnil wrote, is that Race? No, that's probably Raise. Raise? I can't even say this person's name, but they said, I think all of reality is just a scripted dream or simulation. I don't take anything here to heart or seriously because I know it's an illusion. There is no practical solution in a dream, only to wake up and stop dreaming. And is that the practical solution? What if we are of the dream? What if we are generated the same way the dream's generated? You almost would say then you don't want the consciousness to wake up. No, keep it asleep, because if it wakes up, we all end. Oh, no, keep them asleep, dumb. Ray's Unil wrote, this realm was created to harbor as much evil as possible and offer little to no benefit to those who live in the systems that control the masses. I would say this This real that's actually the best argument. What you just said, Rays, is the best argument as to why I think this could be a video game to other entities that play us. Because I don't know if it's a human level thing or if it's just an entity thing. Like even high level entities experience the dualistic nature of all things. But if you look at our popular games, we'll say they're all killing, running around, murdering. Even the games where you build in advance, you have to go and kill stuff and, to build and blah, blah, blah. Or you have to defend against other people trying to build. There's always chaos and conflict. Like, there is no video game where you're a dude glowing with light in a white robe walking around, and there's somebody laying there like, oh, my guts. And you walk over and you're like, shh, and you heal them, and then you just keep walking, and that's the whole video game. You just walk around healing sick people. Nobody would play that video game. So the vileness of our reality, where it seems like it just harbors as much evil as possible, may be the best example as to why it's a video game for other things. Because, like I said, all our video games sort of boil down to violence and chaos and GTA, chaos, fucking murder, fucking destruction, blow them up, bombs, explosions. It's all just chaos. We love playing chaos. So this reality's chaos. It might be a video game. Uh, and what we call extra dimensional entities, they're just the ones playing the game. They're the ones influencing humanity or doing what they want or observing it for entertainment or whatever. Mini ramp tricks. We don't know how big other entities are in existence. Like, we're limited to this area. There could be entities that are so big they could stomp our whole reality out with 1 foot, maybe. Who knows? Maybe we're in something's little snow globe on its desk. Just a little science experiment gone wrong. Mini Ramp Tricks 1986 wrote, bro, honestly, just say the same stuff if you have to. I just like listening to you. Oh, thank you, Mini Ramp Tricks. That's a great compliment. You just like listening to me? Uh, well, that's cool. I appreciate that, dude. Uh, but I still got to do what's important to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I feel like I'm being redundant, like, I'm going to stop. I'm not going to just get on and be like, it's a hell realm, it's a dookie boy realm, it's a hell realm, it's a dookie boy realm, it's a hell realm, it's a dookie boy realm, it's a hell realm, it's a dookie. Like, okay, motherfucker, now what? You know what I'm saying? Like, just like a lot of other channels do that, and I don't like the idea of going stagnant. But I think once you realize that this place is dark or it's hell or it's just a realm you don't want to be in, the only next step is to get out of it. And I don't have the answer to that. I feel like that's an unanswerable question. Magic Zebra 311 wrote, at 140, Chris, I don't even know what I'm celebrating on Christmas. For real, not much to celebrate here in the Dookie Boy realm of demonic psychopaths, evil, war, poverty, chaos, suffering, stress, illness, and death. Amen, Magic Zebra. For real, like, what are we celebrating? Oh, life is great. You know, so you always get some flowery, just random dumb comment when you ask like serious questions. Like, you never get an actual explanation. You should be thankful for every breath you take. Every day above ground's a good one. Every day breathing's great. Why do humans project their mental delusions? Is it in hopes that others agree with them? Is it like a self-reassuring thing? Is it a what's going on there? Because it's obviously not every day above ground's a good one. Actually, every day above ground's hell, struggle, and stress, and misery, and depression, and poverty, and people committing suicide, and blah, 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 blah. The list goes on forever. So why are you projecting that bullshit out loud for everyone to hear how stupid you are in your delusional reality? Anyways, I'm sorry. I'm not talking to you, Magic. We're just saying to dumb motherfuckers. Yearning for yearning for justice. Sorry. Forgive me. Sometimes the evilness comes out of me. Sometimes that 13-year-old little fucking street punk comes out of me and wants to say some nasty shit, and I like it. Yearning for Justice wrote, I have this idea that meaningful coincidences or synchronicities occur in more empathetic individuals. I see them constantly. yearning for justice. There was actually a short period there, probably like a month, where I thought, oh, they're finally starting to ease off, and it almost like they were thinking that made them return stronger or something. I don't know what they mean. I see them all the time. And just, it's, when I say the only way it's possible is that the reality was scripted that way, it must be. There's no way it happens the way that it happens over and over and over again, that it's not, that the reality is not scripted. That's why I say sometimes, like, bro, I just wish I had a GoPro. I would wear a fucking GoPro camera so people just experience my life just so I could make synchronicity videos. So people can see how often I see these things, how often they happen, how often they line up, how often that was this ticket, how often that was, it was, okay. Like, for example, I'll go to, this is just a quick example. I'll go to like Publix to get lunch meat. I'll grab the ticket. The numbers I see all the time are 11, 7, 17, 117, 11, 17, 7, 11, 701, 107, 707. There was a time where the most that I would see were all the twos and threes. Now it's all the 11s and sevens and all the combinations of them. Like, to me, 107, even though that doesn't have an 11 and a 7 still got a 1 and a 7, but I see all the combinations of ones and sevens, or you could say 11s and sevens. Before, there was a lot of 2 and 3s. I would see 222, 223, 232, 322, 323. Every combination of 2s and 3s, I would see them. There was a point where it was like 2 or 3 months that I seen them constantly. I know all the synchronicity numbers. I've seen every single one of them. I don't know what they mean. Hopefully, I walk away from Yearning for Justice's comment with more understanding or knowing of what's happening here. I have this idea that meaningful coincidences or synchronicities occurs in more empathetic individuals. The double slit experiment and mass meditation proves that individual consciousness can influence reality in inducing subtle electric synchronicity number. Let's adopt a binary non-decimal system to map the negative and positive charges ways. For example, 117 equals 111 because 7 is binary 1. What? 117. This is over my head, Yearning. I don't know anything about what you're talking about here. I don't know anything about, what did you say here? Binary code? Let's adopt a binary non-decimal system to map the negative and positive charges. I have no idea what you're talking about, brother, but I'll take your word for it. 117 equals, that's fine, because I see both of those. I see 111 is another one I see all the time. I should just write them all down and put them on a chart behind me, and maybe somebody like you can make sense of the numbers I see all the time. 144, 1144, 1134, 1137. I see all of them. Anyways, he wrote, Fact A, reality is based on consensus, two people agreeing on something false and change that into something true if there only exist two minds in all of existence, manifestation energy. Love is like attachment towards something, equaling attracting charges, equaling minds resonating with similar experiences, such as when you see someone suffering through similar circumstances equals empathy. NDE experiencers get love downloads that bring previous unidentifiable skills that do not require menial training by themselves. Thus, NDE love, or a more pure and potent love, bypass the structure of the brain and time and space to manifest a skill directly. It's like it's like some sort of strong energy projection of a strong collective mind agreeing on a consensus, and is manifestation energy. Manifestation energy, and then in parentheses, empathy, into a belief can also manifest desired reality as shown in the double slit. I don't know about the double slit experiment, Yearning for Justice. You also got to keep in mind with even the things they tell us, like if we weren't there to participate, like I don't even know how a particle gun works. I don't know how you shoot particles out of a gun through slits to begin with. Like I don't know any of that. And there was somebody I remember, and he was pretty convincing. Like the dude sounded pretty scientific minded, was saying how the whole double slit experiment was a farce, that they did this and that to alter the experiment to get the results that they wanted. So We got to keep that in mind too. I don't know if the double slit experiment, these are things we, again, it's like they could show us pictures of going to Mars, but we didn't go there. They could show us pictures of them landing on the moon. We didn't go there. They could tell us about the double slit experiment. We didn't experiment that. We didn't or experience that. But you got to keep that in mind too. But he wrote, since love and empathy is an attachment resonance reality as a soap of frequencies that are really nothing, in quotes, nothing, can be affected by introducing strong attachment equal empathy on a belief and in parentheses, anticipation of future outcomes, out of parentheses, to affect it. I don't really understand what you're saying. Manifestation energy, empathy, into a belief can also manifest desired reality as shown in the double slit. Okay, so I'm empathetic. I'm super empathetic to the point that it drives me fucking mentally insane. So you're saying I have great manifestation ability, and I would say I do to a degree because a lot of the things that I wanted in life came to me. They just didn't come to me in the package that I wanted them to. So I do have an ability to manifest it, but I'm not good at it. I don't control the way it happens. Like I kind of just want things and they eventually come. I guess is the best way to say it. But you can say I've wanted to win the lottery or come across easy money for my whole life. How come that hasn't come yet? So there's a limit to it. You say, well, you're the limit, Chris. It's your limiting beliefs. Well, it's like, no, I truly believe I manifest. And I want large amounts of easy wealth to come to me. Why haven't they come yet? They should have came. Some rich billionaire dude could have donated it on my YouTube account by this point. I've been trying to manifest large money coming into my life, not because it's going to make me a happy person. It'll make me happier. Again, people always say money doesn't buy happiness. Well, neither does poverty. Being poor actually guarantees misery. Again, I don't know if I said this in a previous video. I might be repeating myself because one of my recent videos got fucked up, but I may have said that in the little part, the chunk of the video that got removed. But yeah, that's another thing. It's like it would make life a lot easier and make life a lot stressful. Stress a lot less stressful. To have, let's say 100 grand in the bank. He wrote, since love and empathy is an attachment resonance, reality as a super frequencies that are really nothing can be affected by introducing strong attachment equals empathy on a belief. Here's what I think. Not that I think, actually. I totally believe this. I can't prove it, but yearning for justice, I think if you truly believe something, it does become real. But the trick is to fooling yourself into believing something you don't actually believe. So there's a weird mind fuck there with that. But I think if you truly believed you could fly, I think you could fly. I mean, I can't prove that, but I'm pretty sure that is that way. It's just again, but again, if you think, oh, I'm just this dumb little meat monkey human, I can't fly. If that's your true belief, you're never going to fly. So you're working back against what you already believe. In this reality, it almost makes me wonder if they would have told us different things to believe as we were growing up instead of telling us that we were low level, nothing meat monkeys that evolved and blah, 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 amoebas that grew out of some primordial fucking electric soup. Uh, I wonder if we would have been more advanced. I wonder if they would have told us as we were growing up that you're actually advanced beings. By the time you start getting out of your puberty age, you're going to develop abilities and stuff. You're good, and who knows what your abilities are going to be. Blah, blah, like maybe we would have really, but if we would have believed it, but when you're told and then that's your belief, it's sort of solidified. Uh, he wrote, "No wonder black magicians sacrifice empathetic, innocent children to get this in quotes love and empathy. The result is that the child disassociates and is traumatized. The belief part of the child or the personality, really just actions affected by belief systems of the child, does not receive the empathy as it is taken away in ritual and disassociates." I don't even like talking about this kind of shit anymore, to be honest with you, man. But I don't know how human sacrifice works or sacrificing children works. I always thought that they're using the power of the child's belief to bring into reality what they want. So they would set up a whole ritual of sacrificing. This kid's scared, terrified. they have the most powerful mind of all humans in the realm, a child's mind and ability to believe. So if they believe these people are sacrificing me to a deity that's going to give them power, they may, because of their power and their sacrifice and their belief, create that egregore to work for them after long after the kid's been sacrificed and dead. I think that they just use the child again. I don't like talking about this kind of shit. It makes me sick to my stomach. But I think that they use the potent mind energy of the child to work for them. They're demons. Anyways, I hope their hearts stop. Anybody to commit such an act, boy, I hope you get found out. I hope they come and get you, boy. He wrote, they choose children because their attachments are not as strong, but that means the empathy or manifestation energy is gone, and thus there is no energy attached to the child's psyche. The energy is harvested by black magicians to create reality changes and shifts towards their desired outcomes and rituals. Another reason I don't like talking about this shit, yearning for justice, is that I haven't practiced any of it, and I don't know if any of this shit's true. Have you practiced this stuff? Like, do you know for sure what you're saying? Like, have you practiced black magic rituals and seen stuff come into fruition? And I know that a lot of this is sold on the tubes and blah, 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 but you also got to keep in mind there's agencies set in place to sort of manipulate your mind and make you think weird or crazy shit. That's part of MK Ultra. So the whole, oh, they're all witch. Look, now there's this new crazy lady that hangs out with celebrities and she must be a witch. And let's talk about that now. It's just distractions, dude. Well, anyways, have you actually done black magic? Have you participated in black magic to talk with confidence on these subjects? He wrote, there are also cases of direct manifesting objects from far away distances by psychic mediums possessed by interdimensional beings. As above, so below, the interdimensional entities that recycle humans to generate loosh. Once our empathy is gone, there may be residuals of the projected empathy in objects. These objects are changed with the empathy we projected and hasn't been fully absorbed by their interdimensional entities, by the interdimensional entities. These charged objects react in a way that brings synchronicity into our lives because like attracts like, and that empathy goes into our soul because our soul is like a black entropy needing it back. I can't comment. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. He wrote, we get synchronicity because we lost empathy to the matrix entities that stole it. Oh, fuck, dude. I hope that part's not true. We get synchronicities because we lost empathy to the matrix entities that stole it? Fuck, dude. Well, that's not good. I hope this comment ain't right. Well, yearning for justice, I hope that's not true, dude. Because I see synchronicities all the time. I see all of them. That means I've lost all my empathy to the matrix entities that stole it. Oh, well. Yearning for justice also wrote, you bring up all good emotions in me. Thank you. Well, for somebody that ain't got no empathy left, you're welcome. Yearning for justice. Rabbit for Rachel wrote, the channel called Jack Morgan RLP just uploaded a word wizardry video using all of your phrases 5 hours ago. There was actually, I have this comment. I still have it saved somewhere that I would copy and paste to other truth channels when I had become aware of the word wizardry stuff. I made this whole long comment. And there was already somebody that made a video covering basically my whole comment. Like they discovered it. One of my subscribers linked it to me. I'm like, wow, they didn't just cover my whole comment. They actually went in the same order I went. I mean, like literally just jacked my whole shit. Didn't give me props. Didn't shout me out. Didn't write me in. It's like whatever. That is a part of the matrix. Like even when you reveal truth, it's going to find a way to upset you. It's like, oh, okay, we're playing that game again. But anyway, it's fine. Whatever. Jack Morgan, more power to you. If you're how many people does his channel have? Does he have a large subscribers? Is this like some popular dude, like some Joe Rogan type shit? Like, I don't care. Get the truth out there. Props to you for having the balls to even fucking say some shit that I would say on my channel if he is popular. Rachel, more power to him. Rabbit for Rachel wrote, replied to that comment. She said, and a new one I never heard, parents. parents equals a pair of rents. Pair rents a soul. Resurrections. Pair rents. Yeah, I've looked at parents and sibling and brother and sister, and I've looked at all the important words in life. And there are a lot of weird anomalies. Um, what's also weird, though, is a lot of the times these words can be said three different ways. Like, so you could say pair rents is a pair of rents. You could say it's a pair of ents, ENTs. Um, I've noticed in the language they use letters to label things. Like D is always demonic or evil. D seems like a strong letter attached to words. Con seems attached to a lot of words. And ents seems like it's attached to a lot of words. Actually, you'll notice patterns too if you keep looking into word wizardry. I was looking into it, detaching. I just stopped caring. I'm like, fuck it. I just don't care. Yes, there's evil words in the language. I mean, I care to the point that I want people to realize these things, but I don't even care enough to research it anymore. I actually noticed there's a lot of weird shit in the human body too. Like there's a forehead. Why is this labeled with a four? We have a forearm. Um, Oh yeah, shin and shun are big in the language too. A shin is a part of our anatomy as well. But we'll go if you go down, you have the forehead. You don't have like the three nose or the two nose or the one nose. You don't have the one or two or three eyes, but there's certain body parts that are labeled with numbers. You have the Adam's apple in your throat. You have the solar plexus. Um, there's a lot of just weird. And I started noticing a pattern in that, and I even gave up on that. I was like, I just don't care. Like the soles are the bottoms of our feet. A feat is to create to accomplish a goal. It's a great feat. We took down the dragon. We destroyed the enemy. It was a great feat. On the bottoms of our feet are our souls. Why are our souls on the bottoms of our feet? Uh, and an ink is like a spell to lock you in. Well, the next thing up above our souls is the ink ol. Ink ol. You could say ink l, the ink of God. Um, and then above that's the shin. Above that's the knee. I don't know why we kneel on our knees when we pray. Prey is a bad word. If you're prey, you're being eaten by a predator. The predator, if you break that up, is the predator, meaning we are being consumed by the thing that predates time. Um, uh, I don't know why the thigh is weird because etymology you could break that up into the eye, thigh, the eye. Um, what were the other ones I noticed that were just weird? Oh yeah, the waist. Everything below it is waist. So that kind of makes sense to have this as our waist. Everything that moves through our body comes out as waist. So that part of the body makes sense to me. Um, and if we're generated into the reality, where are we generated from? The genitals, generated by genitals. Uh, Gen it tolls, tolls like we're somebody's gonna pay for this generation. You know what I'm saying? Like, and again, you could say genitals. That's what every one of them you could say in a different way, and usually two or three ways with the word wizardry. Like when we say hello, we don't just say hell. Oh, I think hell being a demonic dark realm and O being the god of it. But you're also saying hail O, aren't you? Like you're hailing the god of the reality O. Uh, and then you could also say he low if you break it up. Hello breaks up to he low. So am I putting you low by saying that to you? Just the word wizardry is very weird. It's complicated. It shouldn't even exist, but it does, and that's weird. But thank you for the great comments, Rabbit, for Rachel. Stacey Adams, 3351. I could do that shit for hours. I could actually just sit here and break up words. It's the way my mind's built, actually. But I've lost interest. I just don't care anymore. Um, I can't say I don't care. I was having fun actually going through it. I mean, I kind of want to keep going. Like, vertebrae. Like, I mean, I'm sure there's 1,000 words that we could do that with. Stacey Adams wrote, "Watching your vids makes me feel better. Thanks." Thank you, Stacey. I appreciate you, love. Ryan Watson, SP1EO, kind of looks like Splio. Ryan Watson, Splio, wrote, "Everything you describe about everyone has it all figured out is everything I'm dealing with family. It's so draining. I sit quietly and don't participate. Only thing left to do, sit back and watch the psychosis unfold." All right, where did we cut off at? It's so draining, so I sit quietly, I don't participate. Only thing left to do is sit back and watch the psychosis unfold with them all. Laughing face. Ryan, it's good for you for being able to find humor in that. That situation normally torments most human beings. Like most of the people on here that feel your comment, and uh, this torments the majority of them, that they have nobody to relate to. I can't even imagine that. Like I'm imagine not even being able to talk to nobody conscious. And my brothers don't always agree with me. It's not like they agree with everything I say, but I could talk to them. They're conscious and they agree with a lot of what I say. Hey, I'm V wrote, "Same here. My entire family is asleep. It's so painful having to deal with them, and I hate how arrogant that makes me sound too. But it's just impossible for me to deal with NPCs these days." Do you guys don't got anybody in your family that's cool? Especially when it's a long interaction like an entire meal. I just can't do it anymore. It feels like you're sitting in an awkward silence even when everybody's talking, doesn't it? Hey, V also responded saying, "Christmas for me is the definition of hell." Oh, by the way, that last one was a response to Ryan. If I didn't say that, she wrote, "Having to spend hours and hours around people that are the exact opposite of me is nothing short of torture. I try so hard to control myself, not roll my eyes, not be unpleasant, but it's so hard. And when I get home, I'm absolutely exhausted. They take all the energy I have." Um, in a weird way, I know this sounds weird to you, but in a weird way, it must be us that takes all the energy we have, because it's us that thinks of these tiring thoughts about these non-communicative NPCs. Like it's us that's being bothered by it. I mean, the alternative is to become pretentious yourself and pretend to be in a delusional realm like the rest of these fucking retards. But I'm not arguing for that. But sometimes I wonder, is it them that drains us, or is it us that drains us by being around them? And if it's us that drains us, man, is there a way around it? 'Cause we need to figure it out. Because I get drained by not all. Sometimes I can have fun. I can joke around. I can flirt, whatever. Like I can have fun in conversation. Uh, it doesn't all have to be about the most deepest, complicated subjects that matter to me. Like I can be one of them, I guess you could say, just fine. But man, if it's all only that, then it does become exhausting. Like if they're not willing to have, and it doesn't have to be a deep conversation. Say, just give me a fucking meaningful conversation. Like, it doesn't have to be always be pleasant butterflies and rainbows. Like, are you not also in hell? Don't you realize when you tell me what you're dealing with, even though I'm dumping my stuff on you, well, yeah, you sort of are, but you're sort of also letting me see I'm not the only one suffering this fucking hell realm. Tell me something meaningful. Say, you know what? My life's actually been nothing but a struggle lately, Chris. When I say hi to you, I say, how things going? You don't have to say, great. You don't have to say, oh, everything's fine. Sometimes you can actually tell me the real truth. I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to feel dumped on. I'm actually going to have somebody to relate to because, well, first off, you're being genuine and authentic, which I see about 1% of the fucking time. Sorry. Anyways. Hey, I'm V commented, being conscious is like waking up in the middle of a surgery. Being conscious, like waking up, like you wake up, you're like, oh, get this thing off my dick. The dude's like, hold him down. You're like, no, fuck you. Being conscious, yeah, I guess it is sort of like that. So, I mean, you're being attacked, and there's nothing you can do about it, and you're strapped down, and you're being forced, and you're going through hell. She wrote, suddenly you're no longer under the influence of anesthesia, so you feel everything and it hurts like hell, but you can't tell anyone because you can't move. You're forced to just lie there in pain and wait for the surgery to end. It's pure torture. Oh my God. I've heard of that happening to people too. That actually happens to some people. They go under but they're paralyzed. All they see is blackness, but they hear everything that's happening. They feel everything that's happening. It's like, oh my God. Oh my God. That is reality. Hey, that was a good analogy. Good job. Good job, V. Uh, Carney B. Well, she got 19 thumbs up with that one, so I think quite a few people agree with her. Carney B. commented back to her saying that is a great way to describe it. Amen. Good job, B. Stacey Adams 3351 wrote, I think it doesn't matter if you call yourself a wizard or witch. You know the craft or you don't. You could call it whatever you want. It's just a way of being creative. Um, okay, I kind of understand what Stacey Adams is saying. Okay, I have on a deep level, Stacey, I have a deep, very, very powerful belief, like right to the core of my being, that I'm safe. I'm protected. There is nothing that can truly affect me. And I also know to my core that because of who I am, that I am safe, that I am protected. I'm not saying I'm not going to ultimately die. I'm not saying that I'm not going to ultimately experience suffering. What I am saying is that when it comes to the ways things happen, in the mysterious, magical ways of the realm, I'm completely protected. And I don't know why. I don't know why I have that confidence. I don't know why. And that's been in me since I was a little kid. That's been in me since I was a little kid. I used to walk through a neighborhood where people were threatening to kill me. They literally tell me, like, if we see you back in this neighborhood again, we're going to kill you. And I don't want to say what they call me, but and I would go back. I would walk right back in the neighborhood the next day with a smile on my face. Like I had this weird, and I dealt with a lot of shit. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe I just dealt with so much violence. I was comfortable in it. I mean, I don't know, but I had this weird knowing they can't really fuck with me. I'm sure they could push me down, they could bully me, they could threaten me, they could say this and that, call me names and blah blah. But I'm protected. They can't fuck with me. But Stacey Adams also commented, only a few minutes in, and I so agree with you. My dad never taught me Santa. He is a brick mason and worked hard his whole life. If we got gifts, we knew where it came from. Good for him, Stacey. Like seriously, like I'm as a man, I'm breaking my back for this family. You know what I'm saying? I've never had kids. I'm assuming this was your dad's mentality, and good for him for being that way. But I ain't gonna give the credit to this motherfucker. I'm the one that's bringing up these babies. I'm the one who's they should be happy to run and jump into my arms or into my lap. They should be looking forward to seeing us doing the costume sit on his lap. They should be looking forward to coming and sitting on dad's lap and telling dad how much they love him, telling dad how much they appreciate him. This is a real motherfucker right in front of them. Let's give the goodness and appreciation to the invisible characters in reality. It's so bizarre. Adele, your dad seems like a cool dude, Stacy. Adele Ramcharan wrote King of YouTube video titles, laugh out loud 100% to my high level entities video. Thank you, Adele. She's also a YouTuber. Go check her out, guys. She had on a loose shirt one video. I got loose video. I'd seen one. I was like, oh, that's interesting. She seemed intelligent in the video. I subscribed to her. She doesn't talk a lot about loose or soul trap, but if you're into pretty ladies, go check her out, guys. Hey, I'm Vero at 3505. Ha ha ha. Chris, you'll have to dress up as Christina one of these days. I'm like, what? Dress up like who the fuck is Christina? The only Christina I'm thinking like Christina Aguilera jumped in my mind. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not dressing up like this, bitch. She wrote, I'll die of laughter. No, I'm not. I can't do it, man. I just can't do it. Like there's the other way there's that like Hollywood thing where they like have to get everybody to dress up like a woman at some point in their career. Like, no, because then there would be an endless amount of content saying, look, Chris sold out, Chris Illuminati. You know, even though I'm the realest dude on YouTube. I think I'm the realest motherfucker. My YouTube channel's my name. They would still say, oh, he's a shill, but just like, okay, guys, okay. Hey, I'm the commented, but I'm never gonna dress up like a girl. Commented, I don't know, man. I mean, I think taking all that shit serious is a joke to a degree. Oh, look, this guy dressed like, let's make that a distraction for some level of consciousness. To a degree, I almost want to do it despite the straw chewers, but no, I also don't want to get involved with the straw chewers. Hey, I'm B wrote at 2126. I think Christopher Sedaris is a good dude. I love speaking of myself in third person too, actually. And I believe it's good to detach yourself from the avatar you're playing sometimes to remember that you're not this person with these thoughts and emotions. You're way more than this. Absolutely. That's why I say talk to yourself. Talk to yourself. You'll realize all these things. If you just take the little tips I give you, you'll realize all the stuff I'm telling you. Uh, Fallen Phoenix wrote, or Fallen Phoenix 1255 wrote, laugh out loud at GTA 45. Actually, I went way too far. When I thought about that back, Fallen Phoenix, I was like, no, 45, man, that would be like, they'd be playing that GTA as level 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 entities. That's a way down the line. This is probably like a GTA 8 or 9, though. We'd probably be around a GTA 8 if it keeps. I haven't seen the next one. What's the next? Is the next one 4? Oh, no, no, wait. 4 already came out. Okay, so the next one, I haven't seen GTA 5. So who knows how much that advanced that one's going to be. But it's going to be close. It's going to be pretty close to what we are now. So you would think 6 would be pretty fucking close. 7 or 8, 9. Once we get to GTA 8 or 9, it's going to be just as real as this reality. We are in GTA 8 or 9. But, oh, I didn't finish reading his comment. He wrote, laugh out loud at GTA 45. He wrote, more like GTA 666. Laugh out loud. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, GTA. This ain't Grand Theft Auto. This is Grand Theft Soul. That's why this is Grand Theft Soul. This is GTS. That's what this place is. It's just fucking jacking your fucking soul is what it is. Fallen Phoenix wrote at 4456 for a friend. I don't know what I wrote, what I said at that time, but he replied for a friend. Uh, Danielle Barone wrote, 753 wrote, the only truth I care to know is my true nature. And there has to be an objective truth. We might never find it out, but it does exist. Uh, yeah, oh yeah, Daniel. I don't know if that's Daniel Baroni or Danielle. I think that's Daniel. I might have